This episode of Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. To get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code SOUTHGATE to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
This is Luca Parrish, and you are listening to the Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks podcast.
Hello and welcome back to We Are the Knights,
the
Batman podcast, your weekly source of all things Batman. I am.
Ooh, because it's Batman all the time now.
What are we? DC Comics? Anyway, I am Phil. Joining me as always, it is.
Hey y'all, it's Lil Telfire.
Right, so today we will cover Batman issue 414 from December 1987. And after that, we get little thoughts on Batwoman season 2 premiere. Actually, think the same as Charlie Esther too.
He's not a DC fan, so it doesn't mean anything to him.
Ooh.
Just saying. The rantings of a Marvel lunatic. I don't need that. He didn't suffer through freaking 30 seasons of CW verse. He don't know. But before we get to that,
Yes. Batman 414. You can find now available on the DC Universe Infinite app.
is it really DC Universe Infinite? Like, it's not just DC Infinite.
I'm pretty sure it's DC Universe Infinite, yeah. Well,
They just don't know what to do, bro.
I just wonder if it's like it used to be DC Universe, so we just want people to know it's kind of the same.
Then they should have just left the DC Universe of comics or something. I don't know.
CW.
Anyway.
CW is always suffering. Thank you, Facebook user. Your name isn't up there.
Hey, look!
Is that you, Chad?
Must be Chad!
Power of Chad.
10:30 in the morning on a Saturday. Must be Chad.
Power of Chad. That's somebody from that Into the Night is on the wall. Alright, so, yes, Batman 414. Victim. By Jim Starlin, Jim Aparo.
Jim and Jim! At it again.
That's right. So, yeah, it opens up with Batman and Gordon at a crime scene. It's a murder.
Did someone say murder? It was the butler. It was a dark and stormy night in an alley in Gotham and someone died. Shocking!
Yeah, it must be Chad. Yeah, it's 7:30 a.m. here. Yes, it must be Chad.
Oof. Woof.
Woof. But little Thursday, 7:30 in the morning. Woof. All right, so yes, it's Gordon telling Batman, Jack Demo, mutilated, left in the dumpster. Another Jane Doe.
What? I was gonna say, what is this? A Green Lantern story? Jeez.
A Green Lantern story.
You know, someone's getting fridge dismembered.
Oh. Stay tuned if you want more Green Lantern kids.
Reporting to Sector. No, okay.
Yeah, Gordon is telling Batman, I don't understand this type of crime. The madman fitters ribbons after he's done with it. So sensitive.
I just want to draw attention to the van in the back that says Gotham Pumper number 2. Just thoughts. Just gonna point that out because, you know, it wouldn't be me if I didn't.
I know. Well, always notices those pumpers. I just don't feel like that before Batman leaves, like telling Gordon, "Yeah, I want to see the forensic report when your boys are done." It's like, I know.
Isn't your Bat Computer better than their forensics?
But I just love the, it's like, yeah, your boys are just worthless. Send me the report when it's your guy's going to find the floor if they fell on it. Okay.
Somebody get that team from CSI Las Vegas on it.
I'm not sure they'll find anything. This crazy doesn't leave any useful evidence behind. He's a non-secretor.
Phrasing? This podcast is rated teen?
He didn't get a blood type blood look.
Uh-huh.
And of course Batman, he'll slip up. He always they always do. Then they smell burning.
To quote this issue, so senseless.
Exactly. Oh, look, there's a fire. Over on Decker Avenue. Look at this. This is pure 80s. No grapple gun, just him throwing that line.
Because he's that damn good, buddy. He don't need the gun for accuracy, okay?
Doesn't need an arrow.
Burn.
But that's the 1998.
Fire! Whoa. Even that's before my time, but I'll let it slide.
He's Kate Babcock. She's like trying to save a kid on this roof.
Blondes are not his type. Thought we've discussed this before.
Getting Red Dragon flashbacks and those profiling points. Thank you, Chad. So Batman swings in just as the roof kind of collapses and Kate and the kid go flying.
This doesn't look very safe.
Well, she's trying to. It's the building's on fire. Fire! Haven't you ever saved people from a burning building in a skirt, low hellfire? Oh, that's right. You don't wear skirts.
Yeah, I don't save people either. Who am I, Superman? Was this Smallville? I'm the villain / lovable anti-hero,
Be quiet. If there was like dogs in a burning building.
Oh yeah, if it was dogs, not people. I don't rescue people, but if it's dogs, cats can fend for themselves as well. Dogs are stupid. They need help.
So Batman gets Kate and the girl down.
I was just passing by when I saw the fire. I didn't set this fire. What are you talking about? I'm not a pyromaniac.
They see her helping people, and he's like, see how stylishly dressed she was. He's like, you don't live across the street. No, it's just passing by. But yeah, one of the neighbors like, yeah, she was pounding on doors, telling people to get out. Then she ran back in, rescued 2 other kids before she and little Cindy got trapped on her.
Meanwhile, at a fancy fundraising function.
Well, I love how he's dressed nice, and he's like, what are you doing in this area this time of night? And she says, working.
Yeah, what are you doing here, blonde lady?
Well, she says working. First, he thinks she's like a hooker. And she's like, no.
Not in that neighborhood. Not dressed like that.
I know. I'm employed by the city's human resources program. I'm a social worker.
No, even social workers. Social workers don't make money no matter where you live, so I'm not buying that either. Unless you're independently wealthy and that's just your jam.
You should know this isn't a good area for young women to be wandering around the lunatic.
Misogynist much, Batman?
Well, he says, in fact, I just came from viewing the body of a woman about your age. Well, this is, I mean, come on, this is very into his head. It's like, you see how Batman thinks the woman now is cannon fodder.
Well, everybody around him is cannon fodder. Have you seen the Robin's uniform?
I was going to say young boys, cannon women. Yeah, okay.
Batgirl, just
butlers.
Yeah. Carrie, Stephanie, Cassie, the list goes on.
And butlers. It's like basically every human being, Batman considers you cannon fodder.
It's because he's an old rich white guy at the end of the day.
Oh.
Raised up. When you think about it, it makes kind of sense that it's something people don't really talk about. When you're raised in a certain environment, you don't have to interact with, the unwashed masses.
Well, and
Makes you feel like you can dress up in a bat suit and be a vigilante because your parents died 30 years ago, you know?
well, yeah, first parent style messes up, and then the human contact is limited.
I mean, he's surrounded by a guy that calls him Master Bruce. I'm just saying, he ain't built like everybody else.
Well, yeah, the human interaction is, dealing with different people saying, "Teach me how to beat people to a pulp." Chad,
hit him in the face with that set.
Oh, thank you, Chad. Social work was also an old school term for a certain type of illicit industry.
The oldest profession, perhaps? You hit him right in the face with that set.
Yes, what kind of industry was that, Chad?
Rumpy pumpy.
Nice. Raise drops coming in the clutch.
Yes, it's an incentive.
A little out of the gooch, shall we say?
Oh.
Nobody told Rob. Prerequisite.
See what happens when you don't get feedback, right?
Out of the gooch. Couple of digits down the gold.
Oh, look at this Fabio looking MFer. Frank freaking Cutter Thompson.
But yeah, Batman all worried about this woman. Yeah. Oh yeah, Frank Cutter in the crowd.
Dope peddler and two-time loser.
Thought about rousting.
Because it's the 80s, you know.
Thought about rousting him, didn't. Didn't this same team give us like the Death in the Family where it's like, oh, I need proof. I won't go after the Joker unless I have proof. Here, Batman says like, oh, there's some skill. I know he's up to something.
Convenient plot point is convenient, you know.
Or rough him up just for the hell of it.
I think Batman kind of goes back and forth depending on the book about whether he's just beating criminals for the hell of it and the thrill of it.
But again, creative team.
They were feeling different, you know. Maybe the cocaine wasn't hitting the same way that day because it was the 80s. I just assume everybody who was writing comic books and SNL were on cocaine. That's just hashtag prove me wrong.
So,
allegedly, I'll just throw an allegedly in there too.
But then, like a week later, Bruce Wayne is at a business dinner and sees Kate Babcock, daughter of the host Morton Babcock.
Yeah. Okay, first of all, if you're a Nanny's fan, you know the last name Babcock, no good can come of this. We all know. Her name might as well have been CC.
Oh, my.
Where my Nanny fans at, man? Free episodes on YouTube, by the way. Discovered that like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, my.
It's hard to find the first season, which is why it's notable. It has the first season.
Nice. But yeah, she introduces herself because, of course, she hasn't met Bruce Wayne yet.
Look at that smile. I'm like, bro, you are not into blondes. Stop it.
How do I know? I've never tried. Her father didn't approve of her work. Thought she should get married and raise a family. Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is definitely 80s.
One of those types.
Somebody put on that Dolly Parton and that Dolly Parton movie for him. That'll change his mind.
She found trying to help the poor more satisfying, a concept I could easily understand.
Nothing romantic. Just a friend. She say he's just a friend.
I mean, that was the one thing I do appreciate about this story. It's like they didn't try to make it like a romantic thing. It was just like this.
I think they learned from the 40s and the 50s when they kept trying to force love interest.
I know, but I'm impressed because it's like it's only like 1987, so I thought they would have gone for that trope of making them giving him a quick romance, and it's like she's dead. But no, I mean they just kept it.
A good old little thrown off the bridge with a neck snap. Give it to the old Gwen Stacy.
Better kill her with a collider to the chest.
No, it's Joker venom. It's always Joker venom. And an explosion, of course.
Oh, look, he even burned himself. I did find some of her attitudes about life a bit naive. Growing up rich does that to you.
You know, Brucey boy. You know. He's not a deep thinker when it comes to himself. Most people aren't.
when you associate with the kind of characters I do, it's a real treat to deal with someone who's doing some good with their life.
You can be doing the same thing, Bruce. You're a billionaire.
Superman's like, bro.
Billionaire.
Superman goes, bro. Come
Wonder Woman was like, excuse me?
on.
This floozy? I'm a princess.
Bruce is usually going out to get his picture.
Exactly.
Kicks.
Oh, and for Maz, a double entendre alert.
Oh my.
Indeed.
Uh-oh, somebody's getting pulled into a panelless window van. Uh-oh. I don't think those are puppies or candy in that van.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We see more. Maureen Lopez, who's a woman, gets put into a blue van. She
You
reports.
went with an old woman.
Well, she just sees it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're the nosy ones in the neighborhood.
She calls
Snitches get stitches.
No. But yeah, she calls the cops, and then Batman hears about it. Looking for the blue.
Oh,
van.
look at that. I like this car.
What, the Batmobile?
Yeah, very old-timey feel, but at the same time, classic.
Mm-hmm. Gotta have that bat symbol in the trunk and the doors.
Got some junk in that trunk. Got the turbo going. Oh, yeah. Got the little bat face on the front because, you know, he was flashy back then. It wasn't just like a Corvette that was black. Hashtag no shade, Batwoman. Or, you know, it could have been at least a Ferrari, but I guess we didn't have the budget for a Ferrari.
But yes, he goes looking for the blue van, doesn't find it. Then at 4:45 a.m., he's about to give up, but Gordon calls him. There's been another dumpster killing.
Victim number 4.
And of course, Batman gets to the scene and finds out, yes, it is Kate Babcock.
Ominous foreshadowing was ominous foreshadowing? Who would have guessed?
I know. Batman, is something wrong? You're expressing it.
No, nothing. Just as I expected. I told that girl.
It's like when we get worried about World Hellfire. It's like, is something wrong? You look like you're almost about to express a human emotion. Are you okay?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, Dad. Oh, no. Oh. Taking out the trash. Oh.
I mean, this is worse than the fridge, but
I know. Well, I guess bridging.
talk about your dumpster fires.
Oh.
Suck it, Kona.
Oh. Poor Conan.
Feels like I'm gonna have to distance myself. That's at the power of Chad and at Lil Hellfire.
Suck it, Conan. Suck it, Conan.
He like actually has a little emotion. Look at him go.
Mm-hmm.
Back to the Batcave with his Bat computer.
What is that? What is that? A desktop? I mean,
Honestly, I think that's a fax machine.
well, one of them. But I mean, I was thinking about this. It's like back in the day, up through like I'd say either late '90s or early 2000s. It's like even though the cave would look different, they gave us like a feel for the cave. Nowadays, you're lucky if you get a shot of him sitting in front of the computer.
His massive, what do they call it, command center with 1,000 monitors. Batman is the ultimate gamer.
I think it's compensating for something.
Obviously. He dresses up as a bat at night and beats up criminals. Obviously.
Well, it's not that small. Remember Batman Dan?
I stand by my suspicions that was a tube sock. We'll just have to ask Superman. Superman knows. He's got X-ray vision.
Forget how we got on the subject, but even on the other night, Kristen was like, "Isn't there one where Batman's naked?" I was like,
I'm sure there is. That's what those Black Label books are good for.
well, no, I think she meant Batman at the end. I was like, "Yeah, that's in chat."
Who even read that? I want to know. Did you fall for it? Did you fall for the stuffed sock on the cover?
It was on the cover. What? Oh, Lil, if you were reading about what?
Exactly. Don't worry about it.
But yeah,
Oh, he's got a little picture of her. Look, he's mournful. Look at him. Oh, I'm sad.
I was thinking, yeah,
I didn't get to tap that. I'm sad.
it's easier when the victims are strangers. Duh.
It's nothing, Alfred. Can Alfred give him a backhand? Because I feel like he just needs a good Alfred backhand.
A lunatic had an urge he couldn't suppress.
I can relate, but not that far. I just fertilize my roses. Also, fun fact, Washington State is allowing human bodies to be used as to just decompose. So I might be moving to Washington to avoid suspicions here.
Oh. All right, back to the Batman. Damned. All right, Chad. There you go. Damned if you do. Damned if you. Wait. Damned if you don't. Damned if you do.
That's DC's predicament. That's for sure.
Yep.
Uh-oh, we about to go talk to the pimps, the players, and the hustlers.
Oh, yeah.
Dolomite? Is that you?
This is such an 80s story because it's like, oh, now it's personal. Batman's like, I
was just going to let that lunatic run around Gotham killing women, but I know this victim, so I'm going to dig a little deeper. She was a rich white woman. Someone must pay. There you go. That's the hot take.
Who I might have slept with. But I mean, yeah, because he's this, he's like, hey, I might have stopped this guy in the middle.
Eventually, but now I'm going to take it a little more serious.
Now it's my number one priority. Yeah. So he's just like, they don't show him threatening.
Oh, Jim and Jim.
Yeah, threatening pimps and guys on the street, and then who's this woman? Is this a prostitute?
Of course it is.
But
she's a fancy one though.
Fancy. Now this is
a fancy lady. Yeah, I think that's what they called them in the Old West.
She's the one he dresses up to go out. Yeah. But yeah, he's looking for Cutter, and no one remembers him using a knife, just guns. So he's looking for Cutter. He wasn't home, and a search of the apartment turned up zip. So he's checking.
He tapped into the Department of Motor Vehicles? Oh, God.
Batman could do that himself and didn't need, like, Oracle or Tim Drake or anything.
Yeah, it's just like the first half of season 1 of Arrow. Like, he was competent, and then let's force feed a blonde woman to take the shine away from Diggle.
Oh, hey, look. Here's some info for you. Chad says, I do know about the Washington State mulching guidelines. I have a friend in mortuary sciences.
Can you send me a link to be friends with that person for research purposes?
Oh my God! Can you take that online? Can you take that class online? You and Marnell could do that together.
Ooh, we could spend our honeymoon.
Then they kind of chop up bodies.
For science.
Oh my God! You have so many different like the same lights and stuff. You should learn how to cut up a body and turn it into kibble.
My dogs are very picky. They only eat organic, raw.
What kind of human was this? But so yeah, he taps into the DMV, finds a blue Dodge van registered to Frank Thompson.
And see, this is why you have to have a white panelist van. Because it's a work van. And many, many people have those. But a blue one, that's going to stick out, see. That's where they messed up.
That's a fancy man killer.
That's somebody that wants to get caught. Honestly, and not using somebody else's license plate. Gotham's full of idiots.
Dummies.
I feel no pity for them.
But Batman has no luck finding Cutter. He's like, I think he may have left town. I don't like that idea.
I mean, one less criminal out of Gotham. That's so you and Joker can get back to your love affair. I mean, honestly.
But then one day soon, as he's leaving Gordon's office, look at him. He's just walking out of Gordon's office. Whatever happened to just disappearing and swinging up?
Look, he's all like, "See you tomorrow, big boy."
But here's two detectives talking. The buy's all set at the warehouse tonight. Cutter shows up with the nose candy.
I told you.
This is an 80s cop drama.
I told you.
With the nose candy.
Look, can I tell you a secret? I'm like secretly excited about GCPD because it's what Gotham should have been. Like, y'all know I was here. I was here for your boy Mackenzie being Gordon and being the focus of the show. I was here for it. I didn't need that prepubescent bat twit, okay? It was nice we got it, but I didn't need it.
I'm very curious, to see that and Green Lanterns. Hopefully they don't mess either one of those.
No one cares about Peacemaker, so let's just say HBO Max, big mistake.
I mean, before the movie, nobody cares. Is anyone even going to care after the movie?
No. Especially when they see the movie. It's going to be like Guardians of the Galaxy, but with actual villains. Like Guardians of the Galaxy, they're all anti-heroes as far as I'm concerned. Not heroes at all.
Guardians of the Galaxy, but with double the a-holes.
Triple.
Oh!
So yeah, not excited. Not excited. I'm going to go out on a limb and say the first one's going to be better.
Here you go, Laurel.
Okay. Research.
Nope. Offers a cool show. So Batman hears the detectives talking about the bus, and he's like, how would you gentlemen like some additional backup?
We hate you, Batman. Get out of here. Just because you're screwing our boss doesn't mean we gotta like you.
Oh! I mean,
go back out the window where you came from. What are you doing?
As long as he doesn't, ruin the case, it's like, maybe he could capture some guys and you get the credit.
I don't know. Laws must be different in Gotham because vigilantism don't hold up in court. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I forget. Is this are we still?
Is he deputized? If he's deputized, it's different.
I was going to say.
Is this the era where he's like kind of sort of deputized, or
maybe? Yeah, I was going to say, are we still playing by Batman 66 rules? Is he a duly deputized officer of the law?
It doesn't feel like it, but I mean, he just came out of Jim Gordon's office, so we'll go with it. We'll say sure.
Yeah.
Gotham Police Department needs all the resources they can get, even though Bruce Wayne could donate billions to them. It's fine.
But yeah, Batman's cruising around because he doesn't want Cutter to get to another woman before the bus tonight. But then he sees a red van.
See? Just asking for it, bro.
That keeps passing. It passed him already 3 times. So he's like, oh, it's not blue. It's not blue, but hey, people can paint their vans. And he's about to pull it over when he hears a gunshot. These 2 idiots, robbing a liquor store?
2 losers knocking off a liquor store.
Oh, like a joke.
They didn't even have the sense to look where they were going.
I know. They're not even looking. Looks like they're going to run right into him.
After I took care of those 2 jerk-offs.
With his arms at the side. I know. It's like, it took like 10 seconds.
He's like, you know who I am, right? I'm the king of Gotham.
It only took like 10 seconds because it's, give him a Vulcan neck pinch. Because it's like they show him running towards him. Next page, they're already like unconscious on the ground. He's taking care of these 2 jerks. Didn't take long. Didn't even work up a sweat.
But he had an appointment he couldn't be late for, Phil.
I know. He swings to the warehouse, comes in a 2nd-story window. Like he should have at Gordon's office. He's
like, I gotta be incognito, so I'm just gonna chill.
Well, he says, I didn't see any reason to advertise my presence, and good thing I didn't. The bus has gone sour. Yeah, Cutter and his men have the 2 undercover cops.
This ain't a bright move, Cutter.
Oh, he didn't know the cops, but he's just double-crossing them. He's like, oh, I keep the blow and your money, too.
I mean, like any good person, a good business person in drugs, as long as you can get away with it, if it's a small-time guy, why not? Why not?
Oh, Lord.
What's he gonna do? Report you to the police? Oh, wait.
Hold on, Will. Chad's feeling you here. Am I the only one who kind of ships Gordon with Bruce? Batman.
No, you're not.
Batman somehow always knows where to find him and always knows when to disappear.
He's got a bat tracker on him. Or, nanobots tracker. That's the way I see it. But yeah, I ship them. And I like that Gordon is a widower.
It seems like there's only 2 types of stores anymore where it's like it's either him and Gordon or it's either him and Gordon's daughter.
Yeah, that's where it gets a little sticky. That's why I've never shipped that. I've never been in that. She belongs with Dick. Babs and Dick forever.
Sticky.
Unless they fix Starfire, then maybe.
No. Thinking Babs. Fight me, nerds. So yeah, Cutter's like, yeah, well.
He has a type, redheads. That's all I know, and I can relate.
See? But yeah, Cutter's talking about killing these cops. But one of the guys is like, hey, boss, the cops are all over this area. Some dumpster killing started. Cops might hear the shot. And Cutter says, cops ain't gonna hear nothing. He pulls out.
Get it? That's why they call me Cutter, fool.
Pulls out. Yeah, but at first they were like, yeah, Cutter doesn't use knives; he uses guns. So a guy named Cutter uses like.
It's like a bald guy being named Curly, but plot twist. That's just his cover story. See,
that's true. But so it's the late '80s. So pull something.
Switchblade, out. Baby.
It's either a switchblade or a comb.
That's not a knife. This is a knife.
Oh.
Fight me, Ray.
See, no feedback.
Look at his face. Look at Batman's face when he sees the freaking switchblade, though.
I know. First I was like, first he got the O face, then he's just like.
Since when is Batman uncalculating and can't? Well, never mind. Yeah. We've had plenty of stories like that. What am I talking about?
He just starts kicking Kate, and he's like, yeah, the sight of this knife snapped something inside me. I made a move even before I consciously decided to do so. He just like drops on one of the guys.
He's like, I feel something crack under my feet. I think that's somebody's spinal cord, buddy.
He banged him. And it's like, I have to pick out number 2 before he realizes what's coming down. Oh, he just like whips the guy into a packing crate.
Number 3. Take it.
And Batman dodges, and does the third guy shoot the second guy in the butt or something? Look at him. It's just.
I know.
Looks like he's just like.
I don't know what's going on, but I love it.
I know. So this guy, was he got a shotgun or something? Yeah, he's like looking around for Batman. Batman just picks him up while Batman begins to. You hear a crack. Did he go and save him? Crack.
He's all like, you can surrender peacefully, but I hope you don't. Put up a fight. Please put up a fight. Give me a reason.
Yeah, because Cutter's running, and he's like, yeah. Put up a fight. Stay back. Stay back. I'll cut you. Oh, that's smart.
You busted my arm, man. What are you going to do, sue? It's why we wear the mask. So they don't get sued. That's the truth of it.
That's going to be a violation of my civil rights. I'll sue your butt off. And Batman, yeah, just unloads on him, man. Just.
Well, don't leave no witnesses, you know.
Now let you know my secret. Get up.
And then Gordon's like, all right. He's had enough, homie.
Save some of that for me, big boy.
Exactly.
Not as much as he deserves. But I suppose what I'll have to do for that. They tells the commissioner, yeah, get the forensic team on this van. What should they look for? I think it's the van used in the Kate Babcock murder. Oh. You mean Cutter's the? Yes. So then Bruce goes back to the cave to brood some more. Thinking how he lost control. And then Gordon calls. Shouldn't that phone be red?
Missed opportunity.
Like a regular kitchen phone, hanging on the wall of the cave.
Can't do that these days. Definitely gonna need a VPN for your phone, and you have to bounce that to Denmark and bounce that to Antarctica.
So he's like, Commissioner, are the forensic results in? No, we're not going to run any tests on the van. Why? It turns out Cutter was in jail when Kate Babcock was murdered.
What? How could the world's greatest detective be so wrong?
He'd been busted for possession 3 weeks ago. Just got on bail yesterday. His van's also been in police impound since yesterday.
There's something else.
There's another dumpster murder. The call just came in. And the forensic guy's like, looks like she's been dead about an hour. And Batman's taking an hour. Cutter's been in custody for 2 hours. And then one of the cops says, I got a witness that saw a red van parked in this alley no more than 20 minutes ago. And again, You all right, Batman?
It's nothing. So melodramatic. I love it.
So the next page is Tim Pooty on a rooftop thinking, I had the guy. I saw the red van, but I stopped those idiots in front of the liquor store.
This is an interesting take. Batman got it wrong. He's not infallible. He is indeed human, and lets his own personal judgment color the situation.
Yes, this was before Batgirl. All right, Chad, bring up a good point. I've brought this up any time myself. Who the hell continues a crime career in Gotham? That's bad planning. At least Bloodhaven, you get knocked out fast instead of being broken like a rugby.
They might have been new. They might have been new to Gotham and thought that, Batman was just a urban legend. Like their name was Oliver Queen in a crossover.
And again, it was still the 80s. I don't know if he was quite as brutal, but, But yeah, Cutter was just all.
Cut you, bro. Yeah, like I said, I do enjoy that story for that perspective.
Yeah.
So modern comics would never. No, Bat-God is the default now.
So I know what you're thinking, kid. You're like, wait, the killer got away? No. We'll get to the conclusion of this story in 1 week. That's right. In Batman 421 and 422. Because
the saga continues.
It's too harder to wrap this up. Because we had to.
Because now Batman's pissed. His pride and his ego has been bruised. This dude's this person's gonna pay.
We had to interrupt the story with a Millennium crossover, boo, and and then 10 Nights of the Beast, which we already covered.
Which I'll allow it for 10 Nights of the Beast.
Yeah, exactly.
William, not so much, but I'm sure Phil will find a way to meander and wander back around that course of action one day, too.
What, Millennium?
I mean, we don't have to. No pressure.
I was going to say, don't tell me. We'll do a big crossover, man.
I love a crossover episode. Especially when we cross over with ourselves.
Yeah. We do Green Lantern crossover. And did Titans have a Millennium issue? Oh, we can... Oh. If we get some kind of crossover going with Nightwing News, man, 2 podcasts, buddy, both ours.
What are we, DC Comics? Crossover time. I'm not like this issue though. Like it's different. It's a change of pace.
Exactly.
I mean, it's not like it's Christmas and it's Spider-Man. Of course, the guy didn't get away.
No, we'll get to that next episode. Oh, Lord. All right, everyone ready for another Chad joke? His alter ego, Bruce Wayne.
Nice. Speaking of that, shall we get to Batwoman Season 2 premiere?
Yes, by all means. What did you think, Will Hellfire?
I love the actress. I don't think the writing's doing her any favor, but she's doing the best she can with it. It's just so much baggage. From season 1, and it's the shadow of Ruby Rose. Not everybody knows the true story of why Ruby Rose left, what happened with Ruby Rose, so people are really still standing Ruby Rose, which I don't understand. Google's a thing. It's verified and fact-checked that she is a douchebag. And, I'm like, if you don't know, and you want me to talk about it, just write to us, and I'll cover that whole thing. I'll break it down for you. But yeah. So, it's that whole thing hanging over it, but I thought it was very enjoyable. A lot of people feel like, we went from super, excuse the phrase, super gay to super black now. And I'm just like, I don't really see it. But, they kind of had to. You kind of can't replace, an LGBT character with somebody that's straight. Although she could have been, Ace or anything else, but it's fine, I guess.
Could have been bi.
It's something. But you know how they do bi characters. There's no such thing as a bi female character. See Sarah Lance for reference. So yeah, no, but I enjoyed it. I think that the season definitely does get better. I think around what is it, episode 4 where she gets the new suit or something like that. Because she's still kind of wearing the hand-me-down, so she does get an updated suit if you've seen the pictures.
Oh, I don't know, maybe.
No, yeah, she does, and not a fan, but you have to make the character your own, and I definitely think from the gate she definitely did that. But we could have just did a soft reboot, went to a different city even, and just said, I'm picking up the mantle of Batwoman. We did not need this baggage, but
Yeah, because
here we are.
They're trying to make as much as they can matter to her character now, like the whole Alice thing.
Yeah. And, some of the supporting characters are, I feel like have a better chemistry with the new actress.
Yeah.
So I found that very surprising because, everybody was kind of like under this big, heavy thing. And it's just like,
but yeah,
I'm glad to see that they've actually like kind of trying to get over that and giving this new person a chance.
I think you're right. Some of the writing was, I don't know.
It was ham-fisted. But again, it's the CW. What are you going to do?
And again, they got to change course with a brand new star. But but again, I think just acting-wise, she does a much better job than Ruby Rose in this show.
Well, not hard to do.
Oh, yeah.
Give me a mannequin. A mannequin can act better than Ruby Rose.
Ooh.
I've never made it a secret that I didn't like Ruby Rose because I know how she is. I know that that's just a nightmare waiting to happen for production. So they had to learn the hard way, and now she's burned a bridge with Warner Brothers. And Marvel's definitely Disney's not going to hire her. Sony's not going to hire her for anything. So she really just kind of screwed the pooch on herself. So there's no more XXX movies either. So.
Chad, I'd love any bad fam to be ace. It doesn't need to be hypersexual to get justice.
Exactly my point. Especially since it's the CW, and that's pretty much the only chance we're going to get to see an ace character in media. Let's just be honest. So yeah, it was kind of a missed opportunity because we could take the sex out of everything. Because she was like Kate was kind of everywhere.
Oh,
no shade, just saying. Like I don't need that in my superhero stories, to be quite honest. That's what fan fiction is for. Don't they know that?
You don't need a love story every single time.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I thought that you can definitely tell that the budget is smaller. Unfortunately. I am gonna need them to get an actual black person to do her makeup and her hair and the wigs. We do no struggle wigs. We do no struggle wigs on this show. That is my goal. So you have to, when you have an actress of color, because most makeup artists only deal with white actors, obviously, you need somebody that knows how to work with that. It's different, especially with lighting and things like that. So if it does get another season, I really hope that they do that because it's kind of important. No struggle wigs allowed. I'm sorry.
And if Bruce Wayne's trying to hide the Batmobile, why did he put it in that cave under Wayne Tower? Why
that was kind of they're still so obsessed with the Nolanverse, which has been the Arrowverse's detriment, to be quite honest. So I felt like that was kind of like a nod to Dark Knight Rises or whatever.
Why would it be under the house? It's like, come on.
For dramatic flair, because we all know Bruce is a drama boy. He is.
And I love how Alice and Hush didn't look in the cave under the house. The only cave that got searched was the one under the tower. It's
convenient plot point is convenient, but everybody's kind of an idiot. All the villains in this show are idiots. That is the one thing.
What do you think? And I love how that's left it open-ended in case Ruby Rose comes back. Do you want her to come back?
Supposedly some fans still do. I know there's a couple of boards that I'm on Facebook groups and stuff. They want her back, and I'm just like,
why?
Okay. I guess she's nice to look at if that's your thing. But it's a lot of guys. I'm like, she's a lesbian, right? In real life, she's a lesbian. So do you. Do you. But if that's the reason why you're standing her, that's news for you. I don't know. I felt like it was much more watchable than the Ruby Rose season for me.
Yeah.
I've seen the first 3 episodes, though, so it's kind of a little different for me.
Oh. Pirates.
Yeah, it definitely gets better after episode 2, so.
Pirates, hard.
And I
Friends with critics, arg. Yeah.
I enjoyed the first one for the most part. So yeah, so if it gets even better, oh yeah, I'm here for it.
But I really do feel like the chemistry with a certain character gets pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie, I'm already shipping it. If you can guess, you can guess. I won't ruin it for you, but I think they're actually gonna go there. The person she had the best chemistry with in the season premiere is who I'm shipping her with. So, and it looks like they might be going down that route. So, little hint for you.
Nice.
But I don't care about Hush. Not my hashtag. Not my. No. No. Get rid of that storyline immediately.
And I'm sorry, he seems, I don't know,
Not Bruce at all.
he seems very wimpy.
Yeah. Honestly, I wasn't like a fan of like the Titans Bruce Wayne either. Like we just can't, like they can't decide, do they want him to be like in his mid-30s or do they want him to be in his 50s? Like we're gonna have to narrow that down. I need a consistency.
Hey, I mean, the Batman.
Although it was Jorah from freaking Game of Thrones, I was just like, still not my Bruce. Sorry.
He's trying to kill her with the Batmobile. I mean, come on, where's our classic Hush become guns, man? Come on.
Because Batwoman ain't afraid to use guns. That's actually like her sticking point with Bruce. So like, yeah, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing that I feel like they actually didn't read the comics. They don't really know much about that universe, like specifically the Batwoman universe and that whole thing. They like, I thought they might with season 1 when they, had her like ex-military, all that thing. But now they've totally lost the plot and the thread, and they're trying to like bring it back together. And did you know Ryan Wilder already made her comic book debut in like Batgirl? That Batgirl book or whatever. So yeah. I find that interesting.
Yeah, it was like it was like Batgirl 50, the last issue. Yeah, it was like a panel or two. Yeah. Yeah,
I was just like, okay. I don't know that she's not Diggle level yet. Like, let's just be honest. She's not Diggle level. Let's just test the waters. But again, this is this whole thing. Ooh, it's a black character. We have to do our best. Shove it in their faces. Maybe they'll like it. Maybe they won't feel the disingenuousness of it. I do feel like they're hiding a lot of the flaws under the fact that they feel like people won't criticize because she's a black actress. And I'm like, do you even know the internet? Do you even internet, bro? But like that's just kind of how it's feeling to me at this point. But that's just kind of CW in general. So I hope she has a better experience than a lot of the black actors in the Arrowverse. And I think she's very talented. And I hope at nothing else that this becomes a big break for her and that she becomes as household name as you can get on the CW with less than 1 million people watching you. So even the Flash gets less than 1 million now, so that's no shade.
But yeah, I mean, I'm here for it. Like I said, I liked her interpretation better than Ruby Rose. So yeah, I'm really giving it to her.
It's just such a shame they named her Ryan. It was such a missed opportunity to bring in that classic DCAU kind of thing because everybody loves the Timverse except for Killing Joke. That don't count.
Oh, did you hear that big rumor that supposedly HBO Max?
Yeah, we're getting a sequel series. I'm like, we already have a sequel series. It's called Batman Beyond. Watch it, love it, join the club. But I guess some people really didn't like Terry, and I don't like Will Friddle now because he's problematic. So it does color it does shade my reviewing of the show a little bit. But I still think that it was very awesome because we got a Batman that wasn't actually trained by Bruce. He wasn't beholden to Bruce. He had his own thing, his own friends, his own life before that. And, Return of the Joker. One of the best DC animated movies ever. Right up there with Phantasm, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, yeah. Phantasm is maybe my favorite Batman movie.
But it's interesting. I'm like, okay, can we retcon Red Skies to never have happened? That season needs to be gone. If they do that and say this is actually what happened, then yes, let's do it. It's on HBO Max, so we might get a Harley vibe, which we were kind of getting with like Gotham Sirens and stuff. Like they were definitely getting a little more racy back on the tail end of that show. So this could be old scripts that they just get a chance to do, which I'd be excited for.
I mean, again,
keep the animation style, for the love of God. Keep the animation style. Do not be cute. Don't give me no Thundercats Roar reboot, freaking Steven Universe art style. I will riot. I'm just gonna let y'all know. Don't do it. I almost didn't watch DuckTales because that art style. Don't do it.
And hey, let's get to Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill. Come on.
Obviously, that's like a necessity, a requirement. I think that's the first thing they budget for.
I mean, you can even do more with some of those other characters. Let's get some more Nightwing in here. Come on.
I mean, they were going there. Like I said, if they kind of go toward, like, we retcon that whole Red Skies thing, but we still were getting more Nightwing, and Nightwing has become an exponentially more popular character since then, so I definitely think they would go there.
We could spin out a Nightwing animated series out of it.
Oh, God, it's about time. Why haven't they done that?
Seriously, do it. It's good.
Honestly, I still would be here for the Graysons. The Dick Grayson backstory before he became Nightwing. Like, that was such an interesting pilot. Like, I don't know why it didn't go anywhere. Justice for Dick.
Give her.
Don't at me. But yeah, I'm I'm excited. But like, I just don't need her to be. It's kind of like Black Lightning because like, no offense to the Arrowverse writer room for the most part, they just don't really get black characters. They do the black characters dirty. Just look at all the black characters in the Arrowverse. Even Black Lightning, who has like a black writers room supposedly. Not too sure about it now. No offense, Mara Bracakeel. I don't know the composition of that room, but there's been questionable choices. They just, like, when they crossed over within that crossover, when Black Lightning crossed over, I just felt like he lost his oomph, his magic, his swag. And I just was like, okay. Code switching, I guess. I don't know. I didn't like it. So, I don't really want Batwoman to have to suffer from that. So that's my thought. Y'all might want a big crossover, but that crossover was canceled. They wanted to do a smaller one. Supergirl's gone. Doesn't matter. She has no connection to her. It's fine. Just let her be. Let her grow in her own universe like a true Bat fam character. They kind of stay in their own corner.
Well, that's what I told Charlie last night. I said it might actually help her not to have to do a crossover this year. It might help build up the character because I think that's one of the things that hurt season 1 is, having to jump into Crisis.
Yeah, that was crazy. I thought that it should have been 13 episodes and it should have came after the crossover. That would have made more sense. But it's CW. CW gonna do what CW gonna do.
So hopefully that helps her the character.
Although I would like to see her crossover with the Flash, not gonna lie. Maybe just Iris West, honestly. I would love to see Iris West actually have a black friend. It would be great.
Oh, nice.
Because she's not really friends with Caitlyn. Caitlyn actually still has a thing for Barry, if we're being honest. So I don't like that relationship. Anytime they're together, it feels forced. And I know we got Mama Cecile and everything, but she's kind of an older lady. I want her to have a friend her own age where they can just, spill tea. Be real black women. That's all that I want for Iris. I'm so sick of the Iris West hate, by the way. Unnecessary. Blame the writers. The actress is doing what she can with that role, okay?
And I mean, that would be a nice partnership for Barry because Oliver's gone.
Exactly. Someone grounded, gritty. You can just smack them like, no, this is not how the world works, son. Because Barry's sheltered, for the most part. Oh, just saying. But yeah, those are my thoughts. I'm super excited for season 2. Although I'm just being really honest with you guys. Do not expect a season 3. I'm just being very honest with the ratings, what it costs. It'd be nice if HBO Max maybe picked it up if it did go the way for season 3, because CW is going through some issues. If you know, you know.
I mean,
so don't expect the season 3.
And isn't season 1 already on HBO Max? So yeah, I mean, they could easily pick that up.
So yeah, those are kind of my thoughts, because they were spending that like $5 million an episode. I don't know where it went in season 1, but I think it's down to like $2.5 million per episode or something like that for production. So I would love to see it get an increased bump and move over to HBO Max where we can deal with real, actual adult themes.
Seriously, yeah, I'd like to see that and Flash move over there.
Flash is always going to be a CW show. There's just nothing you can do about it. And expect season 8 to be the last season. It's a Stargirl world. # deal with it.
Ooh.
Mark my words. We're rebuilding the DC TV verse on CW with Stargirl, which I think is a smart move because Jeff Johns.
Mark my words.
He's the golden boy. He can do no wrong. He's got a couple other ideas that he wants to spin out of Stargirl, from what I hear. So maybe, and that's where we go. And they definitely need to they need a younger audience. Like, their audience is geared towards younger people anyway, and everybody in the Arrowverse is pretty old. So just putting it out there so it's not such a shock when you hear it, guys. And on that note,
all right,
let them know what we're doing next week.
Well, of course, next week is the wrap up to this story from Batman. Like I said, 421 and 422.
Do your homework, even though homework's a political scam.
Oh. Somebody got scarred by homework as a kid.
It's unnecessary.
I know. What else? Schedules here. I remember right after that.
Kids need to sleep. Kids need outside time to develop into well-rounded people. Like, it's a whole thing. You're a parent. You should understand.
I know. All right, so yes, next time Batman 421 and 422, and then after that, the week after that, Detective Comics 618 through 622, perhaps the worst day of Tim Drake's life.
I mean, he still got off easier than all the other Robins. Let's just be honest.
True. I don't think he's taking a backhand. Nobody takes a backhand.
Do you think that Terry McGinnis was slightly modeled after freaking Tim a little bit? Because he still did have his parents and kind of that family life outside of Bruce. Bruce wasn't his everything. Bruce wasn't his whole day, you know?
Maybe.
He's like, no, Terry McGinnis is not as good as Tim Drake. Stop it, Lil.
All right, so yeah, so send your thoughts on those issues. Send your thoughts on Batwoman. Send your thoughts on Tim Drake better than Terry McGinnis. Email us capesandlunatics@gmail.com.
I will fight you. I will die on that hill. I love Terry McGinnis. I will die on that hill.
Send me back a brain. He's like, who? What? Who? capesandlunatics@gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember to follow We Are the Night on Facebook. It's as The Batman Podcast.
Thank you. I was about to.
I think it might be Twitter too, The Batman Podcast. So yes, follow us. You can find links to all our social medias, including all of our new shows, Sector 2814, The Green Lantern Podcast, and all our Marvel shows, links to the YouTube, links to Patreon, or getting your hard R movie reviews.
First one is Boogie Nights, baby.
That's right, because Lilith likes it hard.
Because I know Lilith likes it long.
That too.
No, I'm here for Peter. Come on, get your head out of your ass, Philip.
Come on, it's a DC show. Come on.
I'm here for Dick.
Oh, can use that for Patreon. And links to merch, links for everything, all in one place. That's Linktree, linktr.ee/capesandlunatics. And remember to support our sponsors, Tweaked Audio. Hear the crunching bones in that Batman comic with some Tweaked Audio headphones. And
be like Batman. Hunt a killer.
That's right. Exactly like this issue. Hunt a killer. Because Michelle Gray needs your help, guys.
And stay in the house unless it's the Super Bowl. Tampa needs your money. Gimme.
Yes. Stay in the house unless you're Lilith Hellfire. So yes, use the code Southgate for a discount on both of those, and then go pick up Pod Life, the book, now in digital and paperback. Learn the ins and outs of podcasting, how people of the Southgate Media Group got to where they are, from the experts in the field, and of course,
Rob Southgate.
Oh,
Gilman made me do it.
What did you say?
So yes, go pick up Pod Life, the book. And you can get that on Amazon. And when you do, use the link for Southgate Media Group right down there in the show notes. Help us support this show, the network, and that man in a red van, Rob Master Doom Southgate.
Make it rain, so says Master Doom.
And you will find out I am right so much more often than I'm wrong.
Why did your eye drift over to my box?
Mark my words.
Lilith, where can people find you, Brandon?
So, like I said, as long as Batwoman doesn't conflict with the Bucks man on TV playing a game, I will be live tweeting Sundays. And, whenever the Flash decides to come back and that terrible looking Superman show, I will be hate tweeting. So join me at Lilith Hellfire. For cold pressed juice recipes, smoothie recipes, and cute pictures of doggies at Lilith Hellfire 86. And of course, for the memes at Lilith Hellfire 69 on both TikTok and Instagram. Maybe I can find that person that's at Lilith Hellfire 69 on Twitter and make them give it to me. I don't know. Shut up.
Smash. All right, I'll take it. In your booty.
That's for Patreon.
Keep it simple, stupid.
And of course, as always, kids, remember,
nobody's help Brian.
I love shit.
Hashtag Petty Phil. Come on, make it a thing, guys.
Oh, you.
I'm always ready to start a Twitter war. I don't care. He's in a feud. He doesn't even know it.
No one knows.
Nobody tell Rob.
All right. Thank you for joining us. Again, come back next time as we discover the killer. Batman 421, 422. All within 2 weeks by Detective Comics 618 through 622. Whatever happened, or 621. Yeah, whatever happened.
No one cares.
Look for some movie kids. How does that yeah, some more startling than that. A part of next week, followed by back to our friend Alan Grant. So join us next time. Same bad time.
Same bad channel.
The Batman Podcast.
Because we are the night.